Welcome to Goodwin English. I am your teacher, Randy League, and today I'm going to talk about how intermediate students can improve their English. Be careful of the plateau. The intermediate language plateau. This is when you reach the intermediate level and your progress slows down. For many people, they feel like their progress stops. This is something that happens with all language students, myself included. When you are a beginner, it's easy to make a lot of progress. And it seems like every week you're learning many new words and many new sentences. And you're getting better and better. But when you hit that intermediate level, suddenly it takes so much more effort to improve. This is a real thing, and you should expect it. But when it happens, don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. The most important thing is for you to continue your studies. Don't give up. In today's lesson, I'm going to show you some different ways that can help you get out of that plateau and start improving again. So, when you were a beginner student, maybe you had some conversation practice in your lessons, but they were really simple conversations. Many beginners are very passive when they have conversations. They wait for a question, and then they answer the question, and then wait for another question. Kind of like this. So, do you like movies? Yes, I do. Okay. Have you ever seen Top Gun? No, I haven't. Well, now that you are an intermediate level student, you need to start being more active. You need to start asking more questions. You need to start giving longer answers and more information. There are many things that you can do to become more active in your conversations. The easiest is to ask more questions. If someone asks you what your favorite food is, answer, and then ask the person what their favorite food is. Or maybe ask them if they have ever had your favorite food. Another easy way to be more active is to add extra information to your answers. So if someone asks you, "Do you like sushi?" A beginner student would answer, "Yes, I do." But an intermediate student would answer, "Yes, I do. I love it. I eat it once a month. Last week, I went to a sushi restaurant with my girlfriend." This is all extra information that the person you're speaking to can use to continue the conversation. Many students want to know what each and every word means in a sentence, so they will often study individual words and their meanings. But this is not always the best way to study new words. Instead, we should be studying words in chunks. We should be chunking. Well, what is chunking? Chunking is studying groups or sets of words, not individual words. These sets of words or phrases are much easier to remember than individual words. Chunking allows us to have a lot of useful phrases ready for when we have a conversation. Instead of having to find each individual word when we want to say something, we can find an entire chunk or a set of words. This makes our speech much faster and more fluent. Let's look at an example. The simple phrase, "What's up?" This is often used to ask, "How are you?" or "What's wrong?" But if you break it down, you get, "What is up?" If we think about each word's individual meaning, you might look up at the sky, looking for planes or birds. But if you study "what's up" as a chunk, you will always know what it means. Now let's think about a sentence and break it into chunks. I used to go to the beach every weekend when I was a kid. There are several chunks in this sentence which we could study. We can look at two of them. I used to. You can use this over and over again in English. It means I did something often, but I don't do it now. I used to meet my friends every Saturday morning. I used to love McDonald's when I was younger. And we can also study when I was a kid. This is a very natural phrase that native speakers use to talk about when they were young. When I was a kid, I loved swimming. I lived in the US when I was a kid. These chunks of language stick in your memory, ready to be used whenever you need them. One easy way to study in chunks is to study idioms, phrasal verbs, and collocations. If you can use these new styles of vocabulary, you will sound much more natural and much more like a native speaker. Let's look at an example of each. Phrasal verbs are basically verbs that have more than one word. For example, turn off. This is a phrasal verb. Pick up, take out. Idioms are common sayings where the meaning is difficult to understand just by using the words. For example, over the moon. What do you think this means? The moon? Over? It's a little difficult. The true meaning is to be very happy. To be over the moon means to be delighted, to be ecstatic, to be very happy. Last, collocations. These are basically sets of words that are often used together. For example, we can say heavy rain, but we do not say strong rain. We can say do exercise, but we cannot make exercise. We can do homework and we can do the dishes. These are all collocations, words that are often used together. Now, you are an intermediate level student, and many students start taking English a little more seriously. They start thinking about taking a test, like the TOEFL or IELTS. Or they start thinking about studying abroad, maybe even getting an English-related job. That's all good, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. It's important to relax and enjoy yourself. Enjoy studying English. Because if you don't relax and have fun, it becomes really difficult to continue to study. And if you don't continue, you will not reach any of your goals. So don't forget, relax, have fun, enjoy yourself. I almost didn't put this in today's video because I think that a lot of students worry too much about their pronunciation. There is a very simple test to know if your pronunciation is bad. When you have a conversation, can the other person understand what you're saying? Yes? Then your pronunciation is fine. It's okay. No? Then we need to start improving your pronunciation. Now, wait, be careful. Remember, the question was, can people understand you? The question was not, do you sound like a native speaker? I have met some students who only study pronunciation and end up sounding strange as hell. Most English students want to sound like a native English speaker, but right now, that's not important. What's more important is that you are able to communicate and have good conversations. Now, there are a number of ways that we can improve our pronunciation, but probably the easiest is to speak as much as possible. Really, the best way is to speak as much as possible with native speakers. So if you're lucky and you live in an English-speaking country, go out, make some friends, join a club, take a cooking class, whatever. Just get out there and start speaking with native speakers. Of course, every person speaks English differently. Maybe some Japanese students have difficulty with L and R. Maybe some French students have difficulty pronouncing S at the end of a word or H at the beginning of a word. So you need to know where your pronunciation is not good. It helps if you have a good English teacher. Then they can tell you what pronunciation points you need to study and practice. Last, if you are already watching English TV shows or English YouTube videos, you can also try to do some shadowing to improve your pronunciation. Remember, shadowing is basically copying someone's speaking style that you see on TV or in a video. One of the easiest ways and one of the best ways to study English is to use English TV shows, movies, or YouTube videos. Personally, I think TV shows and YouTube videos are a little better than movies, because movies are much longer. But watching TV shows and movies is a really easy way to study when you're tired. After work, when you come home, often you're too tired to open a textbook. So why not put on the TV show Friends and watch that for 15 or 20 minutes? Here at my English school, I have had thousands of students, but my best student loved watching American TV shows. She would watch them almost every day. She never watched Japanese shows. And because she did this, her pronunciation, her listening, her speaking was amazing. Hey, Haruka, I hope you're doing well up there in Sendai. So, there's a couple of ways to do this. The easiest way is to just passively watch the shows. Just enjoy the shows. You could do this without subtitles, or you could turn on the English subtitles. Or you could even turn on your native language subtitles. I used to do this when I was studying Japanese. Monday, I would watch a TV show with my native language subtitles on. This way, I understood the story. Then on Wednesday, I would watch the same show, but this time I would turn on the Japanese subtitles. And then on Friday, I would watch the show again, but with no subtitles. Of course, for you, you would turn on the English subtitles on Wednesday. Now, this really helped my Japanese, and I really recommend it to all my students. Just remember that the important thing is you need to enjoy the TV show. So don't try to watch like BBC News or CNN or something like that. Number 2, it is okay not to understand everything. Really, you probably will only understand like 20 to 70%. And that's fine. You really can improve your English a lot by only understanding that small amount. Of course, you can watch these TV shows in a more active way. So for example, if you're watching the show and you hear a word or phrase that you don't know, write it down in your notebook. And then later on, look the meaning up in your dictionary. Or ask your English teacher. A great way to improve your English ability, especially as an intermediate student, is to start reading books. Now, relax. I'm not telling you to go read some super difficult English book that was written for native English speakers. There are many students who buy the whole set of Harry Potter books wanting to improve their English, and then they give up after the first page. I want you to try to read leveled books. Now, leveled books are special books that take famous stories like Frankenstein or Robinson Crusoe, and they change the vocabulary and some of the grammar patterns to make it easier for English learners. These books usually have about 6 levels to them, so you can find a book that is perfect for your English level. Now, very often, these books will also have extra practice and exercises at the end of the book. So I definitely recommend you use that as well. Now, a couple of things before you start reading. Of course, when you're reading these books, you will see some words and sentences that you don't understand. That's 100% okay. But I don't want you to stop reading and then look up those words in your dictionary. Not yet. Continue reading, and then after you finish reading, say after 5 to 15 minutes, go back and choose 5 to 10 words or phrases that you didn't understand. Write those in your notebook. Then look those up or ask your English teacher what the meanings are. There's a couple of reasons to do this. One, if you're taking an English test like the TOEIC test or the TOEFL, you cannot stop and use your dictionary. So you need to train your brain to be able to understand the words or phrases that you don't know by using the context of the sentence or the context of what you're reading. So basically, you need to train your brain to guess the meanings of these words that you don't understand. For a very long time, students have been using flashcards to help them study different languages. But today, we can use websites and smartphone apps to do the same thing. There are many very popular flashcard apps available to English students. 2 of the most popular are Anki and Quizlet. These are apps that you can download on your phone or your tablet and create flashcards to help you learn new vocabulary words or new phrases. Then, these apps will help you set up a schedule and a system to review the words and review these flashcards that you make to help you remember the words. Some of them are free and some of them cost a little money. But for many people, these are great apps that really helped improve their English a lot. A great way to motivate yourself is to sign up to take an English test. There are many different English tests out there. Of course, there's the TOEIC, the TOEFL, and the IELTS. These are probably the most popular tests. But really, any English test will work. Usually when you sign up for these tests, you still have like 2 or 3 months before you have to take the actual test. So for those 3 or 4 months, you will be super motivated to improve your English and to get ready for that test. Very often, when you're an intermediate student, you've lost some of the original motivation that you had as a beginner. So signing up to take these tests really can help you get that motivation back. This was my situation. My Japanese was good enough for day-to-day conversations, but nothing else. I had lost all my motivation to study. So one night, I was drinking with my friends and I drunkenly said that I could pass this really difficult Japanese test. The next day, I woke up with a hangover and an email telling me that I had signed up to take the test the night before. I didn't remember doing that. My friends thought it was so funny. Well, I never studied so hard in my life. I barely passed, but I passed. Okay, today's homework is easy. In the comments section, please tell me which tip you like the most. And do you have any other good tips? Share them in the comments section below. Well, that's it for today's lesson. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments section below. If you liked today's lesson, please hit the like button somewhere and subscribe to our channel. Again, somewhere around here. My name is Randy League, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.